People say doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will, and I would say that's something that Eddie definitely lives by. He's not afraid to give something a go. He'll always give it a go before somebody tells him he can't do it, and 9 times out of 10 he can do it. As a person, he's very supportive. He's a perfectionist in what he does. I find him inspirational, not only in work but in coaching and in sport. He definitely gets the best out of me because he makes sure that I raise my game to try and get to the level that he's at. Jon likes to take control, can sometimes be a bit of a control freak. He likes things done a certain way, only because he is a perfectionist, but sometimes can get the hump when it's not quite right or done his way. Eddie, sometimes his attention to detail is so thorough that even those small things sometimes get on my nerves because I think, stop worrying about that. Like the way things are in the gym, where things should be, the certain colour something should be. Yeah, I'm not interested. I think it all started when we were at the back end of high school. We'd just finished year 9, so we're about 14 years old, and we moved from Surrey up to sunny Manchester. To some people, a big move like that would be intimidating, they'd be scared, they probably wouldn't want to leave, but we were actually really looking forward to it. A new challenge, a new chapter of our life, and to meet new people. And the only thing that we were passionate about, could stop thinking about, was football and sport. We saw the opportunity to enrol on a football excellence course at Cheadle Marple Sixth Form College. Ridge Daniels, back in our day. Makes it sound old. I know. And our BTEC course, which allowed us to develop as coaches and pick up some more fitness qualifications along the way. We were lucky really, we had some really great tutors at college. To us they were more than just tutors though. They were coaches, mentors, and to be fair, almost like life coaches. Because even still to this day, we remember stuff that we learned, the values that we learned, and we're still in touch with them now. If we ever got a problem or need any advice, they're just there at the end of the phone call, which is really good for us, isn't it? Yeah, to name a few, Chris O'Brien, John Dyke, Ian Scott, Adam Sinnott. Missed anyone out there? Colin Caffrell. And Colin, yeah. Colin Caffrell. Yeah, we were lucky. Yeah. I mean, they all played a massive part in who we are and what we've become today. And we wouldn't be where we are now without their help. And I do feel like we were really lucky to have that crop of tutors educate us. During the back end of college, we had to make a decision what we were going to do afterwards. I say we, because most twins would take a separate path and do their own thing. But to us, that was never really an option. We were in the same classes, the same football teams, we did everything together, and we wanted to continue that as we grew up. We considered university, but really, studying, assignments, spending long times in classrooms, that was never really our strong point. We were just going for the parties. Yeah, that's all we wanted. I spoke to one of my tutors at the time called Jon Dyke, and I told him about what my options and what I was thinking about doing, and he mentioned you've got good people skills, you're great coaches, why don't you think about doing a fitness apprenticeship after you leave college? Someone paying for your qualifications, a lot of experience, and by the time you've finished 12 months of doing that, you've got your qualifications from college, you've got lots of experience, and you could be really employable. That was the driving force really of saying yes to the apprenticeship, the fact that we could build up our experience. So once we decided that we wanted to do our gym apprenticeship, we gave up our whole summer to do our level 2 course. Prior to starting, because we had to do that. Nowadays it's probably really easy to get on a fitness course or a personal training course and kind of pass it within weeks, but we literally spent the whole summer doing our level 2, and it felt good, didn't it? No, it felt great. It was a hot summer, we committed a lot of time to it, and we practiced hard, and we both passed, which was an absolute bonus. We both started working at a company called Stockport Sports Trust, which is now Life Leisure. And we both started at actually different sites. Mine was a slightly larger site than Eddie's, and it was full-time hours. The pay wasn't great, but on the plus side of that, we did get put on a lot of qualifications. Involved a lot of cleaning, a lot of stacking vending machines, so you knew that you had to find jobs to kind of almost keep busy. Otherwise, you just stood on the gym floor walking around. But one thing I knew that what I was good at was talking to people and working hard. So they kind of both went hand in hand, especially the apprenticeship. I was keen, like I wanted to, like Jon said, I wanted to be busy. So I was happy cleaning, I was happy talking to members, I was happy kind of doing anything. And it wasn't just members that we spoke to, it was personal trainers, the managers, asking them all about advice, about the gym. And I was almost in awe of the personal trainers there. Like I wanted to pick their brains, I wanted to talk to them about programming and inductions. And I remember just thinking, As soon as I get an opportunity to get myself in the gym, that's an opportunity to show them how good I am and what I can do. And I still remember my first induction to this day, and I remember putting so much effort into it, and I kind of never moved away from that. So alongside our apprenticeship, we continued being football coaches. We gave up a lot of our time to volunteer just to gain more experience coaching, which led to more opportunities, which we were lucky to get. I gave up the whole summer to volunteer on Manchester United soccer schools. And then the year after that, applied to become one of the coaches, and I got the job. And it led to some amazing opportunities. I've been lucky enough to work across Europe, Asia, South America, and experience some really, really special moments. During my time as an apprentice, I was also carrying on my football coaching as well. I was managing a local football team called Intercheadle. I then left that age group and decided to do Stockport County Ladies as well. I even incorporated my fitness with that as well. I had the girls football team come down and I was doing fitness classes with them at the gym, which was a good bonus as well. I then spent the whole summer coaching football in America. I spent 7 weeks out there, went out there, never got a flight on my own ever, had to get 3 flights, got 3 flights, didn't know a soul going, and it was one of the most incredible experiences of my life, working with some really talented, qualified coaching, and I still use my fitness qualifications over there as well, as they put me in charge of a lot of the fitness type stuff with athletes aging from 6 all the way up to 19. I wasn't even bothered about the money or getting paid.
Didn't even think about the
all
money.
I was bothered about was the experience, and I just wanted to learn. And when I was working away with Manchester United soccer schools, I was lucky enough to work with some amazing coaches, and every time I'd come back from working with them, I just felt like I had just so much more to offer to people.
You had a notepad and you had all your coaching sessions written down.
Yeah, I used to sit and pick their brains, and then I used to write down the sessions every night, and then just come back with a full book that me and John would then get together and talk about, didn't we?
So through the week it was all about fitness, but then at the same time, like you say, we still played football for a team on a Saturday. We coached teams on a Sunday. We coached them 1 night a week for free still in the pouring rain. But to us, people always say, you know, if you're passionate about something, you can't stop thinking about it. And for us, fitness and football we were willing to do it for free at a time. We were when we first started. And then if you're good at it, then later on in life, you'll get repaid for it 100%.
As soon as we finished our gym apprenticeship, we were offered the chance to become fitness instructors for Stockport Sports Trust.
Which was at the time a dream come true. And we then started working on the gym floor, writing gym programs, inductions, and we even started teaching spin classes, circuit classes, and stuff like that.
We then soon seen that there was an opportunity to start our level 3 personal training, and we knew that we were close to that stage, having built so much experience working with so many different types of people with different abilities, fitness levels and stuff like that, that we knew that the next step was the personal training, and we seen the opportunity come up.
We had to go on the course.
We had to go on the course, yeah. We started off by doing 25 hours a week fitness instructing, and we built up our client base so much that there just wasn't enough hours in a day to get our clients in. And then that's when we knew our time of cleaning treadmills, doing inductions and taking classes had definitely needed to come to a stop.
We wanted to make a name for ourselves in the industry, and the only way to do that was to step away from the security of having hours and to just go for it. So at the time, I spoke to the guy in charge of the Stockport Sports Trust, and I was nervous about doing it. I sent him a few emails, and on the discreet, I didn't want anyone else to find out. And then because it's quite a big move, and you've got to be quite confident and stuff. So I told him, and then he said, "Yeah, you should definitely do it. Go for it." So I did. So at first, it was actually really weird. You've all of a sudden got your life back. You're in charge of your own destiny, your own hours, what you wear. And it was great. I couldn't get enough of it. A lot of friends at the time had, normal jobs, long hours, and even though we worked long hours, we were able to put that into our diary around the things that we wanted to do.
And I think as soon as we decided to go self-employed, although we were always working on being organised and taking more responsibility, suddenly you had to raise it 10 times more, and we had to learn a lot about ourselves really. Character building. We didn't go self-employed as personal trainers for an easy life. We went because we knew that that was the next step for us to get even more clients and continue learning and progressing as trainers and as coaches. It's our passion, it's something that we live for. I always say to people, who are thinking about becoming personal training, you've got to love it. You've got to want to really have that drive to become a personal trainer and help people, because the ups are amazing, and when you get to like where we are now, it's incredible, but you have to almost ride them waves, which will try and real test your character, and they'll try and bring you down. You have to come through it, and I think that's where we've always had each other to really kind of reassure each other that we are on the right lines and that we can't give up and we've got to continue striving.
Anything worth having is not easy. And I would say personal training is a job that can sometimes, maybe not so much now, but when we first started, can sometimes be underlooked a little bit. You wear sport clothes to work, but reality is you help people lose weight, you help them get fitter, you help them feel better about themselves, cure things like anxiety and depression. You know, that deserves a lot of credit. The only way you picked up clients is by being good at what you do, getting results and word of mouth, but that can only last you certain how far. I think at the time we was in a busy gym, and then when we went self-employed we also chose to work at different smaller gyms that didn't have a massive client base, and that's when social media kind of took over, and social media for fitness as a whole has been an absolute revelation.
Now you've been able to connect with people from all around the world. It's a platform to show people what you're about, your personality, and to obviously transform you as a personal trainer and your business.
Social media has been great for us to reach more people, thousands of people, because it allows them to get to like, know and trust you before they sign up. They can get to know what your personality's like, they can get to know how you train your clients,
see what your gym's like,
see how you train, the way that you speak, the way that you look, and these things are really important. So it allows people to get to know you a little bit better first when you don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
And for us, I would say the busier you are on social media, which is we're pretty busy on it, but that's only because we actually live and breathe it.
Jon was personal training his clients, I was personal training my clients. We wanted to come up with a way where we could see them more often and get them better results.
And that's when we decided they weren't going to the gym on their own, so we're going to train them in small groups so they can see us more often and leave the big box gyms that are over busy, crowded and are not getting support from, and see us more often.
So now we sit here 3 years on at our very own Jon Eddie Adby gym with a facility that has no limitations in terms of what we can offer clients.
Over 100 members on a weekly basis coming through the door and absolutely smashing their workouts and feeling amazing.